So I'm going to distribute. Think about how when Miss Trends distributes the daily packet. When I distribute, I hand out, I give out, right? So I'm going to take that 6, I'm going to give it out to the 10 and the 5, to the 2 atoms. So I'm going to do it up above the A. I apologize again for the lack of space here. I'm going to do it above the A. Let's do it in green this time. Okay, so area equals 6 is the factor I'm distributing times, what is that first addend? That first addend is 10. So 6 times 10 plus another set of parentheses. Oh yeah, I haven't typed in a computer in a while. Plus 6 times, what's that other addend? That other addend is 5. End parentheses. Now, 6 times 10, now my math facts will help me, right? 6 times 10, that's 60. Plus 6 times 5. I'll skip count if I'm not too sure, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 6 times 5, we should all be able to know that that's 30. Now I'll just add up these numbers. 60 plus 30, that's 90. That's 90. So I'm going to label my shape A. I'll also just jot down over here so I can remember my shape A and the area is 90. Woo, right? Excellent. Really nice work. Again, it's really important that our work is neat on our page so we can identify where all of the work is taking place. Make sure that you're writing smaller, make sure you're writing neat. The issue that Ms. Jen's having here will not happen to you. All right, let's invest in shape B. First and foremost, we need to make sure we have our equation. Area equals length times width. Great. Now, I need to invest in the length. So area equals length, how long something is. Well, in the work that I did to solve for length for A, I identified that the length of B is 6. And width, how wide something is. The width is not the same for shape B because we see with our eyes that the width of shape B is wider. Shape B is wider. So I'm seeing that side is labeled 24. Excellent. So my area equation for solving for shape B is 6 times 24. Now, I know my 6 times tables. However, 24 is a really big number. I'm going to break up that number 24. I'll break it up using my understanding of place value. I'll break up 24 into, you got it, 20 and 4. Great. So now, we would do the same exact work that we did for the first question, right? Or the first shape. So area equals, my factor remains the same. 6 times, instead of writing 24 again, I'll use parentheses and I'll say 20 plus 4, which is equivalent to 24. Okay. So to distribute our factor, distributing the factor to each addend one at a time. 6 times 20 plus 6 times 4. I'll write that out here. 6 times 20 plus, oops, I forgot my parentheses. I need to make sure that I'm using my parentheses. Plus 6 times 4. Great. Now I can solve for each individual equation that is just separated by their parentheses. So 6 times 20. Instead of adding 26 times, or instead of adding 6 20 times, I'm going to use my understanding of how to add or multiply single-digit numbers by multiples of 10. I know I can take that single-digit number and the first digit of the multiple of 10 and multiply those numbers. So 6 times 2, that's 12. Then I would take the 0 and ask myself, how many zeros are in that equation? I'm seeing 20 has 1 0, so I have 1 0, and I'll bring that back into a number. So my my product of 6 times 20 is 120, plus 6 times 4, my math back, that's 24. So our final answer, or our area of shape B is 120 plus 24, that's 144. I'll put that into my shape right now. Now, I'm not done yet. I'm not done quite yet. I solved for the area of shape A. I've solved for the area of shape B. But what is the question asking me? It's asking me to find the area of the figure below. So how can I find the area of the figure below? I want to add the areas of the two smaller shapes in order to find my area of the entire irregular shape, the entire figure. So I'll put my bigger number on top, 144 plus 90. Oops, that's a little not neat. I'm sorry about that. Let me make sure that's really clear. That's 90. Now starting with my ones column, 4 plus 0, that's 4. 40 plus 90, I know 4 plus 9 is 13, so 40 plus 90 is 130. And 100 plus 100, because I'm in my hundreds column now, is 200. What's the area of the figure below? The area equals 234. Okay, so just to recap, we were introduced to an irregular figure. We broke apart our irregular figure into smaller rectangles and squares. We want to make sure we're breaking them into the least number of rectangles as possible. So I was able to break it up just into 2, which is great. I worked to identify the dimensions of each smaller shape. So the dimensions of A, I had to solve for that length, right, by using other dimensions in the shape. And the width was given to me. Dimensions of B, 6 was given to me, and 24 was given to me. Perfect. And then I completed that work solving for each area of the smaller shapes using my T-chart and my understanding of distributive property. And finally, I added up all the area of A, the area of B to find my total area. That's an example of an area question using distributive property.